Greetings, this is Cade from The Art of Radio, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to install a SDR Panadapter into your FT-DX1200. This will allow you to see a beautiful waterfall display of all incoming signals. It's a little dry right now, but it looks really cool when you do see it, and it allows you to see all signals at once instead of just one. This feature is built in on most modern radios, but the FT-DX1200 is quite old, so you won't see it on this one. However, in this video, for less than $70, we'll do it without any soldering, any experience. All you need to do is plug two cables in the back into the two Mutune ports, and click a button on your radio, install some software, and you're good to go. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, you'll need an RTL SDR V4. The V4 is the newest version, and it's the radio that I'm going to be using in this video. Secondly, you'll need an SMA male to RCA male pigtail jumper, which you can buy on Amazon for around $16. Thirdly, you'll need an RCA female to 2 RCA male Y cable splitter. This will allow you to split the two Mutune ports and combine them into one port, which can then be fed into the RCA male on the jumper, which can then be fed into the SMA port on the SDR, which is then plugged into your computer. The first thing you'll want to do is plug your two RCA cables from the splitter into the Mutune ports on the back of the radio shown here. They have a to and from location, however, the orientation in which you plug it in does not matter. You can plug the red and the white cables in anywhere. Next, we'll move on to hooking up the other accessories. Plug the RCA end of the cable to the other RCA end of the cable on your SMA adapter. Next, screw the SMA adapter into your SDR. You've now completed the setup and can completely plug everything in from your computer to your radio. Next, we're going to install software. Before doing these steps, make sure you have the Microsoft Visual C++ Redistributable, which is linked in the description along with the rest of the tutorial. Next, you'll need to install Zadig drivers. These drivers are located at a website also linked in the description, and once you install the software, you'll be faced with a prompt. Please note that before installing the software, you may receive a warning. Simply click More Information and then Install. Now that you're in Zadig drivers, you can go to Options and list all devices. Next, you're going to select Bulk In Interface 0, and on some computers it may appear as RTL 2832 something or Blog V4. However, you just need to select whichever one appears in your case. Next, you're going to need to make sure it shows WinUSB in the part next to the green arrow, and then you need to click Replace Driver. Once you do this, you'll need to click Install Driver Software anyway, depending on your software that you have on your computer, and you are done installing the drivers. Next, we're going to set up a program called SDR++. You're going to head over to sdrpp.org, linked in the description, and click on sdrpp windows x64.zip. This is a portable file, so you'll need to unzip it as shown here. Next, click sdrpp.exe, and do note you can drag this file to your taskbar to make it easier to open, and you should see the software open. Now you'll need to go to Source and select RTL SDR as a source. With that, all you need to do is click the play button and you should see the waterfall display. Last step, be sure to press and hold the button on the side of your radio which says MHZ/UT. It's next to the control knob. After holding it, it should say RX in on your radio. So this is my completed setup. You'll notice on the radio right here it says RX in, meaning that I clicked and held this MHZ/UT button. If we look over here, we see the SDR connected to the SMA cable, which is then connected to our audio cable right here. And then this audio cable is connected to a splitter, which we plug into our Mutune ports back here. All in all, this setup cost me less than $70, most of that going towards the SDR, and it works quite well. As you can see here, we're seeing a lot of signals. And if we click on this one right here, or we zoom in using this zoom feature, it allows us to see even more. See a signal right there. And we could see it's at around 14.08 megahertz. So let's try that. We're gonna click ENT, we're gonna click 14.08.000, and then turn up our volume. And look at that signal, we're hearing it, it's coming in clear. I'd like to thank y'all for watching my very first video here on YouTube. This is a re-upload largely because I wanted to edit the previous ones so it looked better, and I hope to make more of these tutorials in the future. Please let me know any questions, comments, or concerns you have in the comments below, and have a wonderful day. Happy hamming and stay curious.